Let's see the third question of Prashna Upanishad. Where does this prana originate from? What is the method of entry? What happens next once it divides itself? How is it detached from the body? How does it sustain Mahabhutas and Indriyas both inside and outside? Ashwalla Kauchalya asked Maharshi Pippalada an emblematic and in-depth query regarding the origin of human life. How prana enters the body, how it disperses and settles there. With his extreme intellect and cognitive insight, Ashwalayan investigated the queries and the fundamental question of life and death to connect an individual self. After listening to the question from Ashwalayan, Pippalada said, the inquiry is no doubt mystical and tough. In fact, Ashwalayan triggered the root. However, Pippalada say, I will explain to you because you were a sincere seeker of Brahman. Pippalada said, Atmanaisha prana jayate, yatheisha purusha chayaye tasmine tadadatam, mano kritena ayati asmina sharire. The primary prana separately activates the other pranas or the organs as needed. The excretion and generation organ are places where the apana is present. Samana is located in the stomach. Samana or the equalizing breath is in the middle and responsible for distributing energy throughout the body. When that digestive energy reaches the heart, the channels of distribution are divided into 7 entrances, including 2 each of the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Prana, the chief of life, present over these organs. The heart is the delicate self and is connected to about 100 important nadis, each of which is said to have 100 divisions and each of which is said to have 72,000 sub-branches, among which Vyana travels. Vyana infuses and activates in different directions to the heart and spreads throughout the joints, shoulders, and vital organs. Now the main question, that how does prana exit from the body? Pippalada said at the time of death, Udana is connected to the mind's desire and lifts the physical body along with Panchapranas. Udana illuminates the path and directs the soul to the proper location, to its origin. The benefit of prana knowledge is that a man who understands the prana tattva understands the essence of his existence, and his descendants are never lost. Now let's see the fourth question. First, let's see the question and its parts. During the dream, who controls the body faculties? Which devatas are awake at the time of sleep? Which deities watch dream? During sleep, who gets the feeling of pleasure? The deities that are described previously take shelter under whom? It is the fourth inquiry and was questioned by Gargya, the grandson of Surya. The fourth question entirely was a metaphysical inquiry on the 2 different states of consciousness, like Swapna and Nidra. Souryayani was concerned about the details of the corporeal part that is relaxed in the state of deep sleep. Actually, his inquiry was about a part of the person that sleeps. He also asked Pippalada who sees the dream and remembers it. So Gargya further inquired that whether that divine force would drive the individual to get pleasure and the joy during sleep time, and what details further could be provided in this context. Thus, these are the delicate questions involved in Gargya's inquiry, like the organs of the person with prana in the dream stage or the innermost perception, whether they're all unified, whether they have experiences, and on recovery from the dreams to the waking state, and the unique force that makes the happenings occur. So, according to Pippalada, the dream state is seen by mind. The mind recreates the impressions of a waking state when all other senses are closed, acting as both perceiver and perceived. Finally, in dreamless sleep, the consciousness merges with Atman once more and it returns each existence momentarily to the cosmic earth. Apparently, Garga referred to some unknown, immutable, and absolute force, which was perhaps beyond the comprehension, yet beneficent. Today, that reality can be discovered by a quantum field theory, though it may become theoretical. I believe that the spiritual path is the only way to discover it with the divine eye. We may bring those thousands of years old quests into our daily perspective. When the brain waves unite with the cosmic waves, that state of consciousness known as Brahman itself, a person who is asleep but without dreams, opens the way for contentment and serenity. When the intellect and senses are also rested, the inner self returns to its origin. Seer achieves the supreme self as well. When seer realizes the shadowless, formless, colorless, pure Purusha, he is said to realize that Brahman is everything and the everlasting. Tadaksharam vedyate astu soumyasa sarvagya sarvameva aviveshaiti. He who realizes the self within the body parts and senses, in addition to the five elements, as integrated into the appropriate deities, also merges ultimately into that supreme. Om Tat Sat.